Good morning, students. In two videos we studied about the structure of anther and structure of flower. In structure of anther we have seen four layers. So in four layer, innermost layer is called it as a tapetum. Innermost layer is called tapetum. So these innermost layer tapetum are two types. There are two types of tapetum. So amoeboid tapetum or periplasmodial tapetum. Amoeboid tapetum or periplasmodial tapetum. And second one is glandular tapetum or secretory tapetum. Secretory tapetum. So first of all, we'll discuss about amoeboid tapetum. This amoeboid tapetum found in the primitive angiosperms. So primitive angiosperms. Primitive angiosperms means the angiosperms which are formed early. The angiosperms which are formed early stage of the formation of the angiosperms. So these are called it as amoeboid tapetum cells. So such type of tapetum absorb all the food from the middle layer. So middle layers degenerate. Usually tapetal cells get the food material from the middle layer. So these amoeboid tapetal cells also get the food material, absorb the food material from the middle layer. Due to that, the middle layers are degenerated. The middle layers are degenerated and disappears. So next, in the beginning of all the food material, whichever it is stored in the tapetal cells, the food material, whatever it is collected from the food material, whatever it is collected from these middle layer cells, come into the cells of tapetal, and then these converted as some special food material. The food material, whatever it is coming to the tapetal cells, converted as a special food materials. The special food materials are formed. These are called it as called protoplast bodies. Protoplast bodies. So these are called it as protoplast bodies. So these tapetal cells, whatever it is contain the protoplast bodies, they dissolved and released it. They dissolved. Tapetal cells are dissolved and release these protoplast bodies into the cavity of the microsporangium. So here, so whatever it is present in the tapetal cell, the protoplast bodies, those are released into the pollen sac chamber. Pollen sac chamber. So after the degeneration of the tapetal cells, now the tapetal cells are not there. These are degenerated. Then what happened? Now these are called it as the food material, whatever it is enter into the microsporangium, they are called it as periplasmodium. Periplasmodium. The food material, whatever it is, the protoplast granules, protoplast bodies, whatever it is, enter into the pollen sac chamber. Those are called it as periplasmodium. Now these are called it as periplasmodium. Periplasmodium. This periplasmodium nourishes the microspore mother cell. Whatever it is present in the cavity of the pollen sac, those cells are nourished by the periplasmodium cells. Then these converted as a microspore or pollen grains. Such a way, tapetal cells provide the food material for the microspore mother cell. Finally, those converted as a microspore. Finally, those are converted as a microspore and are pollen grains. So this Such type of tapetum provide the nutrition to the developing microspore after the degeneration. After the degeneration of the tapetal cells, the food materials are given to the microspore mother cell, and finally those converted as a pollen grain here. So this is about the amoeboid tapetum. Example for the amoeboid tapetum, Typha and Alisma. Typha and Alisma. So coming to the next type of tapetal cells, those are called it as a glandular tapetal cells. Glandular tapetal cells. These tapetal cells are advanced type. These are the advanced type of tapetum disease. So it does not degenerate quickly as amoeboid tapetal cells. It does not degenerate as amoeboid tapetal cells. So these are not degenerate easily. So it absorb these tapetal cells absorb the food material from the middle layer as amoeboid tapetal cells. These also collect the food material from the middle layer and secrete into the cavity of the microsporangia like this, like that. Here also, so they collect the food material and then those directly distributed to the microsporangia, and they does not store these food material. But in amoeboid they store for particular time, later those are transferred to the microsporangium. But here, as they get the food material from the middle layer, those are directly distributed to sent to the microsporangia, so that they does not store it. Usually it found in the most of the flowering plants. So such kind of glandular tapetum usually found in the most of the flowering plant. Example, Capsella. Before the degeneration of the cells of tapetum, so these tapetal cells, before the degeneration of these tapetal cells, they form special granules. The food materials are converted as a special granules called pro-ubesic bodies. Pro-ubesic bodies in the cytoplasm of the tapetal cell. So, and surrounded by the sporopollenin. So whatever the food material are reached to the tapetal cells before the degeneration only, they form as some special granules called pro-ubesic bodies in the cytoplasm, and then surrounded by the sporopollenin. Sporopollenin is one of the hard material developed by the carotenoids. This is a sporopollenin. So this sporopollenin is one of the layer of pollen grain. It is a layer of pollen grain. Now they are called it as a ubis bodies. That means they are called it as a ubis bodies. At last, tapetal degenerate and the ubis bodies are released into the pollen sac. Then the ubis bodies, whatever it is, formed in the tapetal cell before the degeneration of the tapetal cells, those are released into the pollen sac now. So this is about the glandular tapetum. So these are the two different types of tapetal cells are found in the plants. So this is about today's class.